All right, guys, tell you what, hey, today is April 25th, and I am at the shop and going to do a little bit of a fishing report for you guys. So, yeah, April 25th, man, it's a beautiful day. It's Saturday morning. The weather's great. The fishing's phenomenal right now. It's actually been really, really good. A few things we've noticed. Water temperature has gone up, and the fish, the walleyes, have pushed out a little bit during the day. All last week we were picking up those fish in anywhere from 2 to 5 feet of water, I would say, 3-4 foot average. What we've noticed over the last couple of trips here during the day is these fish have pushed out into some deeper isolated rock piles. So you can work on the outer edges of Fisherman's Reef, the bottom edge of the island, Dodges, any of the reefs. Look for smaller gravel piles in that 7 to 9 foot. You can also find them just outside the shoreline off the first break too. If you can find some scatter weeds down there, there's some fish roaming in those areas too. Water temperatures in the mid 50s. It's gone up quite a bit. Crappies are starting to move in. The yellow bass bite has been really good. They're catching those anywhere from basically 1 to 3 feet of water. Look for sand and look for some rushes. Pretty much biting most everywhere. Just a small little hair jig tipped with a chunk of worm or a small minnow. The walleye bite, shiners has still been really, really good. Been fishing those under a slip bobber. One thing we've been doing with those, on a shiner, we've been hooking the hook actually in front of the dorsal fin instead of behind. We seem to have a little bit better hookup doing that. Main thing too is just to hook them thin to win. You want to hook them thin so that way they're alive and stay alive while they're down there. Don't put the hook too deep into their body. And then also pitching minnows or shiners works really good too. One thing we've noticed the last couple of days pitching the shiners is when they come up to hit it, you want to let them take it a little bit. You're running a pretty big piece of bait, so let them take it a little bit, feed the rod tip to them, let them chew on it. You'll feel them tossing it around. Once they go to swim off again, then set the hook. Cannot stress enough to make sure you set the hook. Set it really hard. My daughter and I were out until about 10:30, 11 o'clock last night. She missed a few fish, just didn't get a good enough hook set. So the other thing I want to talk to you guys about is the crankbait bite. So ripping wraps and cranks have really been going really well. And pitching plastics too, but one that a lot of guys been throwing is the BX. It's a balsa shallow diving crankbait from Rapala. It's the number 7. These things in the evenings have been working really good. Kind of rip it a little bit, stop, or you can do a slow retrieve. That's one you guys are probably going to want to put in your tackle box. The live targets have been a big hit for a number of people. They've been catching a few muskies too. And I just, that one particular guy, he's caught 4 or 5 muskies already, and they all been on the live target. And I think a lot of that's mainly because probably it's what he's using. But definitely been working for walleyes. As far as the rip and wrap stuff, 13's got the new one out. It's a little bit bigger size, so these have been working really good. It's more of like a size 6 or a 7 versus like a size 6 versus like a 5. So these couple different things. At night, you can do a slower retrieve, just kind of a slower pullback and let it fall down. Even try that during the day, but a lot of times, guys, when you're ripping these, it's a rip up, slack line down, rip up, slack line down. When the bait hits the bottom, the fish will grab it, pin it to the bottom. So when you go to rip it back up, you'll hook them. So those rip and wraps, those balsa BX little diving minnow baits have been really good. Of course, X wraps, the rip stops. The guys that are pulling cranks, we do have some of these left. I don't know if you can see it real good or not, but these things are awesome. When you come into the store, the hooks are not on there. We have the hooks all bagged up ready for you over there. Didn't get all the hooks put on yet, but yeah, so make sure you grab your hooks when you guys buy those baits. What else? I know they've been pulling spinners. The bottom bouncer spinner thing's been catching fish too. But mainly right now, guys, rip and wraps, jerk baits, and shiners, and plastics. So, like I said, the water temperature, mid 50s, 54, 55, depends on what time of the day. Maybe a little bit warmer now. Crystal Lake, Rice Lake, Silver Lake, haven't heard a whole lot. I have heard of some walleyes being caught on Rice and on Crystal. A few crappies on Crystal, and then I think the bass bite's been pretty solid up there too. So, tell you what, guys, that's North Iowa, that's Clear Lake. Stop in Clear Lake Bait and Tackle. Right now we got all blackfish on sale, 25% off, guys. That's a huge deal. If you don't come to the store, you can sure shop online on our website at clearlakebait.com. And if we don't have the one particular blackfish item you're after, you can go to blackfish.com, but make sure you follow our link provided on our website. There's a code there. You just follow the link. That way we get the store credit for the sale, and then that item gets drop shipped directly to you. So, all right, I'm gonna let you guys go, and hopefully next time we'll be on the water. See ya.